Hello beautiful people, it's your girl Gine and it's Gine's signature. So I welcome you all for my tutorial today. Today we're going to be making this notched collar top or shirt with a crisscross bag. You're going to be seeing how beautiful the bag looks. So if this is what you're interested in, please sit back, relax and enjoy it. So this is the shirt, and then of course this is the back. You can see how beautiful that back looks. So that is what we'll be making today. So that was inspiration and this was what I made. So you can see the notched effect on the collar. I already have like enough detailed tutorials on how to go about this, but this is going to be like a bonus because I did everything detailed. So if you're interested in knowing how I made this beautiful piece, you can just be assured that I'm going to be giving you in-depth analysis on how I came about this. And it's quite very easy. It's quite very easy. So if this is what you're interested in, please sit back, relax, and let's go over to the cotton table shortly. So thank you to all my amazing subscribers all over the world. I really appreciate every one of you. Thank you all and God bless you. So the first thing we're going to be doing now is to just go over and cut out the shorts. So for the shorts, I'll just be doing this in a fast forward mode. So that's my crotch depth, and then I'll be taking my waist to my hip, and then I'll indicate a line like so. So on that hip line, I'll divide the hip by 4, add 1 inch, and then on the crotch depth, I'll just divide my thigh measurement into 2, and then add 1 inch as sewing allowance, and then I'll connect like so. So I'll take the hip measurement all the way up to the length, to the waist area. So I'll come to the waist and then I'll come in by 1 inch, and then at the lower part I'll come in by about 1.5 inches. So all this is just to give my shirt a shape. So like this particular shirt, I'm not using an elastic for it. My client does not want an elastic. She wants a zipper, so I'll be using a zipper by this side. But if you want the one that will use elastic, please just leave your measurement from your hip all the way up like that. There's no need to shape it. So for the back piece, I'll just go and place my fabric, unfold again, and then go up by 2 inches or 1.5 inches to raise the back, and then come in by 2 inches and then extend the 2 inches all the way here again. I think if you're conversant with my tutorials, you should know this is how I usually cut out my back pieces. So if you are not explicit, or this video is not explicit enough for how to cut a short or a knicker, please just kindly check out my tutorials. I have detailed tutorials on how to do all this there. So I've connected that, and then I'll go ahead and cut this out. You know, the main AOC of this tutorial is on the top, because for the shorts or trousers, I already have detailed tutorials on how to go about that. Even for the notched collar, I already have detailed tutorials on that as well, but I just felt like this was going to be a kind of a bonus. That's why I just want to show like everything that it's about it, because it's a two-piece style. So now I've cut out both the front and the back. So for the back, I'll just merge into 2 and then get the midpoint for my darts. I usually don't put darts in the front of my shorts for no reason. I just like the way it looks when I do it like that, and I'm comfortable with it. So however you want yours, please kindly do that. If you want to add a dart to the front, please kindly go ahead and do that. So now I want to cut out my pocket, so I'll come in by 2 inches from the waist, and then of course come down by about 7 inches, and then I'll slant it. So now this slanting is not like mandatory. You can use any shape. You can use a circle shape. You can use a slanted method to get your pocket shape. So I've cut out my pockets, and this is how it's going to be by the time I fix it and all. So I'll just be setting this aside for now, and then go over to the AOC of today's tutorial, which is of course the top. So for the top, I'll just roll out, I'm drafting this on the paper first so that it will be very obvious. So towards me, I have about 5 inches, and then you can see the upper part of the paper will have enough allowances as well. So all these will be used later in due course. So I came in by 3 inches for my neck width, and then I came down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope, and of course I did my armhole depth which was my shoulder divided by 2 as well. So I'm getting my armhole, and then I'll connect like so. I did my bust divided by 4, and then I added 1 inch sewing allowance. So I'll just go over to the length of the top and then divide my hip measurement by 4, and then add some ease and then some sewing allowances as well. So for the neck depth for the front, I'll be making use of 3 inches. So this is what we have for now. So the next thing for me now is to add my button allowance, which is 1 inch. So that's what I'm just trying to indicate right there. Just get your button allowance up to your neck depth. So in order for me to know where I'll be having my notched collar, so I came down by 7 inches, and that is where I slanted it from my opening down to. And right there I went up by an angle 45 degree, and then went up by 1 inch. So in order for me to continue that, I forgot that I had to do the back piece first before continuing. So I had to come back now to draft my back piece first before continuing. So just like draft your basic bodies for the back piece, and then I will be showing you how we're going to be achieving that beautiful design at the back. So for my back neck depth and width, neck width remains 3, and then the neck depth I used 1 inch. So I went ahead and imputed my bust measurement divided by 4 with sewing allowances, and of course the hip measurement divided by 4 and some sewing allowances and ease as well. So this is what we have. So when you open it up, this is what we have. So I'm going to be extending this line, that is the chest line, all the way like so. So make sure you get the middle part of the paper. So that's where we're going to be doing it. So right here from the middle part, I'll come in by about 4.5 inches. And on the other side, I'll go in by about 3.5 inches. Now, this is not like exactly what you're supposed to do. If you want it to be more open, more obvious, the deeper you go in, and then the deeper you go in on the lower side as well, that will give you what you want. But I was comfortable with what I have, but I don't want the back too much exposed. As you can see from the model, our own was not very exposed like that as well. So now I'll come back and then measure the neckline for my back piece before I'll go ahead and continue. So now for my back piece, I had 3.5 inches, and then I went up by 3.5 inches in a slanted format, and then I'll go in by a quarter just to make it balanced, and then cancel the first one. So now for the depth of my collar, I came out by about 4 inches, and then I connected it to the 1 inch that I went up by the 45 degrees. You understand? So now I'm basically cutting it out like you see me doing right about now. So if you want more detailed tutorial on this notch collar thing, please kindly check out my tutorials. I already have detailed tutorials on how to go about that. So now I'm just cutting out the basics, and then we'll go over. So this is what I meant when I said that was what I was going to be doing. So that's the notched effect, as you can see. So, and that's where the buttons are going to be. So I'll go ahead now and then transfer all this on my fabric, and then I'll go back to show you. So you can see the back piece. This was cut on fold, and it's 2 pieces. So you can see you're going to be placing it however you want it slanted. And then for this upper part, that is the chest line part, just make sure you notch where you came in by that your 4.5 inches, because that's where you'll be placing your, yes, like so. But before you're going to be placing this, you're going to be folding it by half inch on both fabrics. Fold it half inch, and then you're going to be joining by half an inch. So when cutting from your paper, make sure you add your sewing allowances as well. So now this is for the front piece. So you can see I've already gone ahead to cut this out. I added half an inch here, and of course half an inch on the shoulders side as well. So now for this front part, I need to have a facing because it's going to be a notched collar. It's going to be opening up, so you need to use the same fabric, or if you want to make it look different, you can use another type of fabric. So this is entirely dependent on what you want or your choice. So I'm trying to cut out the facing as it is, like so. I'll slit this into 2 because this will be for one side, each sides respectively. So this is how I'm going to be placing them, and then I'm going to be sewing from my notched part of this buttonhole, and then I'll notch it and then sew it all the way up, and then this is how it's going to be looking. So you understand what I mean. So let me quickly go ahead and couple all this together, and then I'll be back to show you the next step. So if you've watched up to this level and you've not yet subscribed, please kindly hit on the subscribe button, kindly like, kindly share, and kindly leave beautiful comments. So this is what we have. You can see the front part here. So this is the facing. If you like, you can make use of an interfacing to make this part a little bit like it's strong, but I just don't really need that. That's why I didn't bother. It was okay the way it was. So the next thing to do now is to, let me show you the back piece before going further. So this is the back piece. You can see that I've gone ahead to attach it, and you can see the effect is already visible. It's already there. You can see the crisscross back, and then I've joined it right there, so you can see the inside as well. So the next thing to do now is to just join my front piece, right sides facing each other. I'll join it by half inch on my shoulders, and then of course by the sides I'm going to be running it 1 inch respectively on both sides. And then I'll fold the lower part, and then I'll be back to show you the next step on how to fix my collar. So now this is our collar. So when I was cutting this out on my paper, I notched the point where I went up by that angle 45 degrees. So do well to notch yours. So I cut out 2 pieces on fold, as you can see. So I'll be placing them right sides facing each other. So from one notched part to the other, I'll be running a stitch of about 1/4 or half an inch, depending on your sewing allowance, and then I'll turn it out. So having done that, this is what I have. So I notched the middle part so that it will be easy for me when I want to fix my collar to the neckline. So get the middle part of your shirt as well, and then I'm going to be folding one side of this collar half an inch inside. So just do well to fold it with your iron or with whatever method you're using to fold. So iron in half an inch. All this is in a bit to make it very neat. So that part that I did not iron, I'll just be placing it on my fabric like this. Use my pin to hold it down, and then I'll go ahead and run half an inch all the way from one point of the collar to the other point of the collar. And then of course I'll use the other part that is folded to cover up the stitches. So I've gone ahead to do that, and this is what we have. So you can see the notched effect on the collar as it's looking. I've gone ahead to give it a very good press. So I've gone ahead to do that. So the next thing for me to do now is to just fix my basic sleeve, and then of course fold the hem of the top, and voila, we are good to go. So if you enjoyed watching this tutorial, always watch out for more tutorials. So this is the end product, and you can see that it looks so beautiful. I've gone ahead to fold the lower parts, and of course I've gone ahead to do my buttonholes. The next thing is for me to attach my buttons here. So thank you all, and God bless you. I really appreciate everybody for taking out your time to watch my tutorials. Thank you for the encouragement. If you have any questions, like I always say, please always feel free to leave it in the comment section. Thank you all, and God bless you. Yeah, so I'm going to be wearing it on my mannequin, and then you're going to be seeing how it came out to be. But first things first, for the shorts, I'll just show you briefly on how to go about that. So this is the back piece. Just go ahead and attach by half an inch, and then you do your darts. And then for the front pieces, you close up your notch as well, and then you fix your pocket. So if you want a tutorial on how to fix pockets, please leave it in the comment section, and I'll kindly oblige. So see you all on my next tutorial. Genius Signatures. Bye.